When I was 17, I experienced the scariest and most life-changing moment of my life, a night when God's promise in Isaiah 43:2 became my reality. That verse says, "When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee." At the time, I didn't fully understand what it meant, but now I do. It was a cold night in August. I had gone to spend the weekend at my aunt's house while she traveled out of town. I was alone, except for their 2 dogs. Everything was quiet when I fell asleep, not knowing that in just a few hours, my faith would be tested in a way I never imagined. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to a strange smell. At first, I thought I was dreaming, but then I heard the crackling sound, like dry sticks breaking apart. That's when I realized something was very wrong. My heart raced as I opened my eyes and saw thick smoke filling the room. Flames flickered from the living room, creeping closer to the hallway where my bedroom was. I panicked and froze for a moment. My mind screamed, "Run!" But the hallway was already engulfed in flames. Fear gripped me like a vice. How was I supposed to get out? I felt trapped, helpless, and terrified. I thought, this is it. I'm going to die here. Then, almost instinctively, I remembered the verse from Isaiah 43 that my Bible class teacher had once shared with us. She said, "God promised that when we face dangers, even fire, He will protect us." I didn't fully grasp it back then, but at that moment, it was the only thing I could hold on to. I closed my eyes, tears streaming down my face, and whispered, "Lord, you said I won't be burned. Save me, please." As soon as I prayed, a strange calm came over me. It was as though an invisible hand guided my steps. I couldn't see much because of the thick smoke, but I felt a strong urge to move toward the window. The problem? The window had security bars, and I knew there was no way to fit through it. Still, I obeyed the nudge in my spirit. I climbed onto the bed beneath the window and began banging on it, coughing and gasping for air. I cried out, "Help! Somebody, please!" At that very moment, I heard barking outside. The dogs had started barking furiously. Their noise woke up a neighbor who rushed out and saw the smoke pouring from the house. Within minutes, he and 2 other men broke down the back door and pulled me out just before the roof caved in. I lay on the ground, trembling and gasping for breath, covered in soot and tears. I could hear the neighbors talking, saying it was a miracle I made it out alive. The firefighters arrived shortly after and confirmed what everyone was thinking. The fire had spread so fast that I shouldn't have survived. But I knew the truth. It wasn't luck. It wasn't just the brave neighbors, it was God. His promise in Isaiah 43:2 had come to life for me that night. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned. Looking back, I realized something powerful. God's promises are not just beautiful words on a page. They are living, breathing realities for those who believe. That night taught me that even in the face of death, God hears our prayers and delivers us in ways we cannot explain. Today, whenever I face challenges, I remember that night. I remember how God walked with me through the fire, literally. And I know He will continue to guide and protect me no matter what. Have you ever experienced a moment when God delivered you from a dangerous situation after claiming His promises? Let's share and encourage each other. How has God shown you that His promises are true?